Picture the daily reality for millions of office workers: the relentless pace, the tight deadlines, the physical exhaustion. Recently, researchers at Nippon Medical School decided to measure the exact biological toll of this lifestyle by studying two specific groups: high-stress corporate employees in Tokyo and veteran clinical nurses. They focused on a very specific, dangerous consequence of that daily grind. When you are under chronic stress, your body pumps out hormones that actively suppress your immune system. That chemical suppression leaves you open to routine viral infections and, over time, highly vulnerable to abnormal cell growth. But Japanese researchers have tested a surprisingly low-tech intervention to reverse this suppression, a practice known as Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. Today, we are going to look under the microscope to see exactly how a simple walk through the woods stimulates a massive surge in the activity of your white blood cells. We will break down the exact biological mechanisms at play and outline a science-backed protocol you can use to significantly upgrade your body's immune defenses for an entire month. The research suggests that for those in high-pressure roles, a standard break from the office may do very little to actually repair the underlying chemical suppression caused by chronic stress. To prove this, the study set up a control group. They took a cohort of exhausted workers on a standard cultural vacation, sending them to the dense urban environment of Nagoya City for 3 days of sightseeing. The clinical results were flat. Taking a few days off work to walk around a different city produced absolutely zero increase in their immune defense and zero change in their production of anti-cancer proteins. Contrast that with the intervention group. These subjects traveled to the therapy forests of Nagano Prefecture for a highly specific dose of nature, a 3-day, 2-night stay, broken up by simple 2-hour afternoon and morning walks. The contrast in the blood work proves that genuine physiological healing requires exposing the human body to a highly specific, natural biochemical environment. Inside your bloodstream, you have a frontline defense system called natural killer cells. These are specialized white blood cells that actively patrol your body, hunting down and destroying viruses and tumor cells. This chart tracks the stressed worker's immune activity. After just one afternoon forest walk, natural killer cell effectiveness spiked 43. Inside these cells, the forest environment triggers a surge in tiny proteins called perforin, which are actively deployed as microscopic weapons to forcefully punch holes straight through the membranes of targeted cells. Once that membrane is breached, a second set of proteins, known as granzymes, flood through the newly created craters, inducing rapid and complete death in the targeted cancer or virus cell. Standing among trees literally commands your immune system to manufacture and deploy specialized microscopic weaponry. So how exactly does walking on a dirt path trigger a massive internal defense upgrade? The answer lies in a chemical mechanism called phytoncides. Phytoncides are invisible, volatile organic compounds exhaled by the trees themselves. As you walk, you are constantly inhaling these active chemicals, which pass into your lungs and interact directly with your biology. At the exact same time, the calm atmosphere of the forest drastically drops the levels of adrenaline and noradrenaline in your urine. This effectively shuts off your body's chronic fight-or-flight response. By continually inhaling these specific tree chemicals while simultaneously shutting down stress hormones, your immune system is chemically unchained, allowing it to operate at peak, uninhibited efficiency. The most critical question is what happens when these subjects pack up their bags, leave the forest, and return to their demanding jobs. Does the cellular upgrade disappear? This line graph tracks the longevity of the intervention. Even back in the noise of the city, 1 full week after the trip, the subject's natural killer cell activity remained a staggering 45% higher than their original baseline. And the effect held. A full 30 days after leaving the forest, their immune activity was still 23% higher than when they started. That is an extraordinary return on your biological investment. A single, short weekend intervention provides a scientifically verified shield of immune protection for a whole month. This data offers a highly accessible intervention for preventative medicine and corporate wellness. It is a high-value, practically free health strategy designed specifically for the modern worker. By spending just 3 days in a heavily wooded area, you lower the hormones that suppress your defenses and inhale the phytoncides that stimulate them, resulting in a measurable boost to your cancer-fighting cells that lasts for 30 days. So here is your protocol for tomorrow. Open a map, locate a heavily wooded park or trail system away from urban traffic, and commit to a focused 2-hour walk this weekend to start pulling those compounds into your lungs. Viewing a walk in the woods as a recurring biological intervention provides a clear, science-backed protocol for maintaining a more resilient immune system.